This. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Modelo tastes good, but that first degree in the family, Modelo. That promotion, Modelo. Or that traveled all day to surprise Abuela, Modelo. The one you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter.
Exclusively on ESPN, a star-studded premiere event.
Get your popcorn.
On the grandest stage in women's college hoops. The Final Four, Friday on ESPN and streaming on the ESPN app.
Fish. Are you certain that's a good idea?
Yeah, I'm just gonna zap it for 20 seconds.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. So when you need the right high-quality promotional products, printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time, that's the certainty of 4imprint. Wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team by visiting 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Don't kibble your dog.
Oh, hey, Dr. Marty.
Hey, back.
But what's wrong with this? It's premium stuff.
Let's check it out. It's still kibble, which means it's ultra-processed at extremely high temperatures that destroy the nutrients in the food. But at Dr. Marty, we gently freeze-dried premium meats, fruit, and vegetables, locking in their nutrients.
Never kibbled.
You got it, kid, and they're gonna love it.
All right, continuing to follow the developing story that is Tiger Woods. A court filing today revealing that he waived arraignment, pled not guilty, and demanded a jury trial in his DUI case. An arrest affidavit also shedding some light on Friday's accident. The sheriff's department says Tiger was lethargic and his eyes were bloodshot. 2 hydrocodone pills were found in Woods' pocket. ESPN senior writer Mark Schlabach joining us now. Mark, what else do you have? What else can you tell us about how this story is developing?
Yeah, Tiger just said in a statement that he's entering treatment. As for his privacy, I just received a statement from the PGA Tour as well in the last couple of minutes. They said Tiger Woods is a legend of our sport whose impact extends far beyond his achievements on the course. But above all else, Tiger is a person, and our focus is on his health and well-being. Tiger continues to have our full support as he takes this important step. Brian Rolap, the PGA Tour CEO, added that my thoughts are with him and his family as he takes this step, for which he has my full respect and support.
All right, we will leave it there. No speculation, no conjecture. We'll leave it right there with the 2 statements from Tiger and the PGA Tour. Oh, actually, I'm being told we have Tiger's statement right now. There it is. Okay, I'm going to read this. Mark, it says, Tiger Woods, I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work toward lasting recovery. Mark, what does all that say to you?
It says that he's getting the help that he might need. Tiger, even though he hasn't competed on the PGA Tour much in the last several years, he's heavily involved in shaping the future of the PGA Tour. He's on the PGA Tour Enterprises Board. He's on the Player Advisory Council. He's on the Future Competition Committee, which is shaping the future of the tour. All that together, you know, his voice matters more than anybody. And I think to have the support of the tour and to have the support of his fellow golfers is really important to him. Obviously, we won't see him in Augusta next week. Hopefully, we'll see him down the road somewhere soon.
Hopefully. Mark Schlabach with the latest on Tiger Woods. Mark, thank you so much.
And now to the ice for a developing story. The league-leading Avalanche beat the Flames 9-2, but it may have been costly. Defenseman Cale Makar took a hit in the second period, did not return for the third with an upper body injury. He had 3 assists in the game before getting hurt. Our NHL senior insider, Emily Kaplan, joins us now. Emily, we all know how good Cale Makar is. Can't lose him at this point. What more can you tell us about his injury?
Well, David, the team was off today, and Cale got evaluated. I would expect a more official
March is all about the drama, the unpredictability, where anything goes and anything can happen. And both these teams are led by their guards, who we featured in the Open, and both of them have led them in the first half to the play where we are right now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a feeling out process, but both sides have started to find their rhythm. Here's Jada Graves, who's been great down the stretch.
Well, we said her greatness, Graves' greatness was going to be one of the keys to the game, and she has delivered as she's done all year long and all tournament long. The WBCA JUCO Player of the Year getting it done, and Esmeralda Enriquez. She's hoping that this fairy tale ride can continue. Been #1 almost all year long, only lost 2 games, and they won 29 straight at one point, and that's their leading scorer, leading the way in the first half.
There's the first half stats as we can see the comparison. A lot of shots put up by EAC. Just 9 have fallen, but it's the three-point barrage that got them back into this game. 6 for 17 from deep. A pair from Esmeralda Enriquez and a pair from Denasia Romero Assam. Rebounds have played a big part, especially on the offensive glass. Both sides have limited turnovers for the most part through the first 20 minutes.
Well, you see on those stats, Eastern Arizona has taken 7 more shots in the game. Their defense has been good at moments. They have forced 6 turnovers. Their shooting woes have been well documented, but the three-point line is something that has been a strength. Let's see how this second half plays out.
Jada Graves will get us going in quarter number 3. Top scoring Thunderbird. Shows off the handles, cuts inside, and the runner no good. Dagans pulls down the rebound. And again, it's these point guards going head-to-head.
Dagans is a great floor general. She defends at a high level, can make threes, distributes, makes the high IQ plays.
On the ball here. Rotates to the wing. Enriquez, nowhere to go. Now it's Dagans. And that's a long
meeting in the late game.
Some McDonald's All-Americans on the floor. For former ones, well, coming up next, the McDonald's All-American girls game. Sanaya Hall, the #1 overall recruit in the country. Just getting warmed up, getting ready for this game. It's a showcase game. Hall committed to USC, where she'll team up with Juju Watkins and Jazzy Davidson. That could make an interesting grouping.
That just doesn't even sound fair.
Yeah. It's the 3rd time, by the way, in the last 4 seasons that USC has signed the top overall recruit. 3 of the last
premier event in high school basketball. Destined for greatness. That's what it means to be selected to the McDonald's All-American Games. For a quarter century, the next generation in the women's game has astonished us and shot the sport forward. Who's your favorite college superstar? What about the WNBA? Odds are they introduce themselves here. Year after year, game after game, the best high school players in the nation gather. We celebrate. They compete. Because destiny awaits. And we welcome you to the 2026 McDonald's All-American Girls Game. Here on the final day of Women's History Month, we are making more history. The McDonald's All-American Girls Game is on ESPN for the first time. Another testament to the explosion of women's basketball. And hi there and welcome courtside along with Brooke Weisbrod. I'm Ted Emmerich. As we dive into this class of 2026, Brooke, it looks like another group that we're going to be watching for years to come.
Transformational players are in this class. And not only is the talent getting better year after year, the basketball IQ of these players, Ted, is as good, I think, as we've ever seen it. You're going to see some big names and recognize some very brand name players in this top 10 class. But just the talent across the board, they are headed to big-time universities, and the game's reputation lives on.
And we have all 10 of the top 10 players in the SC Next 100 on the floor tonight, including the #1 overall player, Sanaya Hall, headed to USC.
She's had a great week, and a couple other players to keep your eye on. Olivia Vukosa's headed to UConn. Kate Hartbring, a name you should know. Her dad, Matt, was Georgia Tech grad. And Jersey Robinson, one of the premier big names also to watch tonight, but really can't go wrong. There's going to be a ton of talent across the board.
And how about what Olivia Edwards put down literally at the Sprite Champ Fest?
Telling you, Edwards got the party started last night. Yo, that was the first dunk. This was her follow-up dunk. Feet on the backboard, Spider-Man style. You tell me, who's done a more creative dunk than that? Edwards got up off her feet, and then Emily McDonald, the best shooter for the girls, the best shooter overall, as she took the ultimate three-point championship and never looked back. What a stroke Emily McDonald has. She's headed to Kentucky to play for Kenny Brooks. She is a magnificent shooter and was a three-point champion last night.
I mean, McDonald might very well be the best high school shooter, boy or girl, in this class of 2026. Certainly proved it last night. Edwards ended up as the runner-up in the dunk contest to Jackson Richardson, but just an electric showing by Olivia Edwards. Here at Desert Diamond Arena, we are set for the 23rd McDonald's All-American Girls Game. 25th teams overall. The West in the blue, the East in the red. Of course, a couple of years, 2020 and 2021, didn't have the game because of the pandemic. And an early whistle with Jersey Robinson on the attack. Brooke, these teams have had 3 practices, a shoot-around. Of course, the Jam Fest had a scrimmage. They would hope that the nerves are gone by now, but you never know.
Well, I would think that they competed as hard as they could to get those nerves out, right? And now you're starting to see the chemistry at work. This is a few days of practice in. The people who are the best on their teams all throughout their career are all now coming together to really play some quality basketball. And Kate Hartbring said at the beginning of this tournament, she told us, I can't wait to play against the best players in the country. How rare is it that we all get to be in the same space at the same time?
Lizzie Spade, one of 3 future Texas Longhorns in the game, turns it over as she traveled. Now, these teams are stacked, as you might imagine. In fact, Spade will head to Texas along with Addison Bajorn in that starting 5 for the West. Robinson and Edwards, top 5 players in the class. And for the East, you've got McDonald playing alongside Savvy Swords, high school teammates at Long Island Lutheran in New York and future college teammates at Kentucky. Robinson fires a 3 and left it short.
Long Island Lutheran has now 2 rosters. They can say they've had 3 McDonald's All-Americans on each roster. That is absolutely insane. Coach Rady, Christina Rady, has done such a phenomenal job coaching that program. Ted, we will see them at the Chipotle Nationals after this, trying to catch a national champion, in addition to having 3 McDonald's All-Americans.
Rady celebrated with her players who made this game by throwing burgers at them.
Let's go.
In the locker room. Robinson off the mark, offensive rebound for Velichko in the putback. The West up 4-0.
Velichko is a player headed to Iowa. She's got that great length and rebounding ability that lives on with the Hawkeyes.
Sanaya Hall, again, #1 player in the class, off target. And the ball belongs to the West. Much better start for the West, Brooke, than the scrimmage on Sunday when the East was up 12-0 before the West came back to win.
And we had thought maybe the West was going to be the team to kind of pass through the offense, get some open shots. The East came with the ball on the floor, ready to go body to body in the paint.
Robinson wants a 3 again, and again comes up short. We are using the college three-point line tonight. Hartbring and Robinson got a piece of that. Remember how they went one-on-one to start the thirst for the crown last night, that one-on-one competition. that Edwards eventually won. Edwards turns it over. Here is McDonald.
Yeah, little nerves working through, but you can tell, like, the players out there trying to look for the right play. Nobody's playing selfish basketball. You know, this is the pride coming through. Like, you're getting the best of the defenders out there, including the offense. So everybody wants to show their absolute best in the moment because, you know, these are the same players you're going to be going up against. Regular season, first, second rounds of the NCAA. Heck, might be at the free throw line for the Final Four here. Who knows by this time next year.
So Hall at the line from Lorain, Ohio, just off Lake Erie, on her way to USC. It's the third time in 4 years, Brooke, that USC has landed the #1 overall player. Jazzy Davidson last year, Juju Watkins in 2023.
Yeah, just the absolute bringing in talent, the most talent you can bring in that roster. And so when you get those three players together, Juju and Jazzy, Sanaya talked about how excited she was to link back up. And you know, she's been dealing with ankle injuries, working through that pain. And so it's great to see her on the roster here in the games because we weren't sure if she's going to be able to get through those.
Edwards missed from the mid-range, and here comes Sanaya Hall again. Picked up by Velichko. Inside, Savvy Swords. Her sister Silo is a star in Michigan this year as a sophomore. Velichko the other way. And Edwards couldn't get it to drop. Bajorn off the mark as well. Kate Harpring in transition. Dad Matt, an 11-year NBA veteran, and Harpring puts it home.
There it is. I was about to say players feel a bit like they're over-penetrating and then they just run out of options. You know, but Harpring really found a good lane and a good angle to take it into the paint.
Her dad's number 15 as well, but making a name for herself. Robinson a bit cold from the outside to start this one.
But you know what? Her shot looks really good. It's in rhythm and balance. You know, I think as soon as she starts to get that stroke and sees it go down, she's going to get hot real quick.
Fun matchup there. Hall against Robinson, and once again, Hall draws the foul. Two top 5 players in the country going at it.
And here's Harpring taking that direct angle, a little hezzy, and just a quick, efficient move to the right. Not trying to do too much, right? A little hezzy, bring that ball up, make sure Spade can't swipe that ball out of her hands. And honored as the Wooten Girls Player of the Year as well.
So Hall is right back at the line. Lindsay Gottlieb, her future head coach there at USC, was the one that actually broke the news to her that she was a McDonald's All-American.
Yeah,
she told us.
FaceTimed her in the car. Her mom was on the way to get something to eat, and what better way to receive the news? Your future college head coach congratulating you, giving you some great news, just saying, hey, just join the crew here. We rack them up.
All ties things up at 4. Robinson again. Rebound pulled in by Olivia Vukosa, headed to UConn. Harpring the kick. Savvy Swords offline. Harpring, though, is there to clean it up.
Robinson and Edwards collided, and the heads-up play from Harpring. The way that she cut to the middle of the floor, too, I like that. She was able to break up the defense a bit to get an open look from 3.
Shorn lost the handle, and Edwards' pass is stolen by Emily McDonald. Hall was surrounded. Velichko rechecks it, but Hall got it back. And left it short. Excellent defense by McKenna Velichko.
Straight up, right? And just right on top of the basketball. Not doing too much. Meanwhile, Spade, it's a good little step back. She's so quick to get separation. She's going to be so good at Texas off the bounce, something they already know very, very well.
Boy, how perfect for Vic Schaefer and company with Rory Harmon on her way out after this year.
Yeah, this is mini Rory.
Sanaya Hall knocks down a 3 to put the East in front, and a timeout called by the West. She is #1 in the country for good reason.
Now Hall has been looking for her opportunity in this game. And it starts with the three-point line. Great screen and seal from Vukosa. She gets the 3 up over Edwards.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a Huntrix meal at McDonald's. You mean the Saga Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has ramen McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe!
It's a battle for the fans.
Here we go. How does psoriasis know the worst time to show up? Was that a flinch? It's not like psoriasis is contagious. He's got no idea what I've tried. Lotions, pills, light therapy. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to sodone.com.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. Third grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a hundreds meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Saga Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has ramen McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns.
Zoe! It's a battle for the fans.
The 2026 McDonald's All-American Girls Game is presented by the McDonald's All-American Games, where hype becomes legacy. Boy, some of the stars that we have seen on this stage through the years now owning college basketball, and it's no different just across town here in the Valley of the Sun with the women's Final Four coming up Friday night. All 4 1 seeds made it. It's the same teams from a year ago. This time it's a rematch of the national championship game in the semifinals to lead us off. South Carolina and UConn at 7 Eastern Friday, followed by Texas and UCLA. Also a special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. Brooke, I counted it up. There are combined 32 McDonald's All-Americans on the 4 Final Four teams this year.
So it really does tell you what you see in front of you is what you're going to see succeed, who you're going to see succeed in the future. I mean, you watch these ladies play and you just understand that they're training already like pros. They're doing everything they can to have that career and have it last a long time. And the thing I love about it is there's so many new opportunities for women to play professionally that you don't have to go halfway across the road. You certainly can, and that's a great culture and a great education to go out there and travel. But you can make money right here in the United States, and you can do it through basketball. So I think that's also been a big reason to see the game grow like it is because there's so many leagues available to them now.
It is just astounding how the game has ascended. Second units on the floor for both teams. Bella Flemings, who's headed to Duke. Kingston, her brother, an All-American with Houston this past year. Jordan Jackson on her way to Maryland and on her way to the cup for 2.
She's been so good and decisive with how she moves. I like how big and athletic she is. As a dangerous wing player, she's going to create so many mismatches.
Flemings knocks down a 3. She was in the three-point contest last night.
She's just getting comfortable in that blue, that's all. That's almost Duke blue over there.
Play for Kara Lawson and facing off against her future college teammate, Autumn Fleary, who is on the floor for the East, wearing #1 in red. Lola Lampley headed to LSU. Tight defense there from Trinity Jones, a standout in the scrimmage the other night, but Lampley takes it right back. And Lampley, the air ball, but Jackson, the offensive board. And Chasey Abe, Notre Dame commit with the steal.
Yeah, Abe is another one of those big dynamic guards. Very quick, very agile. You can put her at the 3, I feel like you can put her at the 4. And then defensively, I feel like she could lock up 1 through 4. And I think the Irish have a great defender. Look at that help side. Let's go.
Once again in transition, Abe left it short this time. Here he is, Autumn Fleary, the shortest player in the game at 5'6", the Baltimore native. Matching up against Madden Greenway on her way to Kentucky. Under 10 to shoot for Jackson on the attack again. Oh, pretty move against Sydney Bryant.
Little rondo, okay? I like it, bringing it to Phoenix. You have to sell the moves, right? I mean, these are elite players out here, so if you're gonna make something like that work, you really gotta commit.
We've seen some of these moves in practices this week. Oh, Trinity Jones counted and a foul.
I know that's
a
right.
chance at 4 for Jones.
Jones has so much versatility, and when she gets her ball handling down and crispy, ooh, watch out. Clemson getting a terrific player here. Catch, she's got range. A little tap on the wrist there, that's not a problem.
I mean, let's be real, Brooke. You are excited from suburban Chicago. Trinity Jones on the floor.
Yes.
Look out.
Well, as a fellow Chicagoan, that's where a lot of my love comes from. But I have to say, biggest and best personality that we've seen, just absolutely wants to bring out the best in everybody. It's just like, look, I'll talk trash, but it's really for me. It's not against you. And I think she's going to be a transformational player for the Tigers.
Long 2 for Jackson, way short. And it belongs to the West. Yeah, Trinity Jones led all scorers in the scrimmage at 13 points. Again, part of that second unit that's still going to get plenty of playing time here tonight.
And I love what she said about, how I want to get better is she said, I want to be organized, both on the court and off the court. So, on the court, it's organizing ball handling, time dedicated to getting better at the game. And off the court, it's like, make sure I check in with my mom at the right time. Make sure the dishes are done. The dog is walked and out. It's about that real life factor that I also think is going to make